Hello, this is a quick tutorial on how to make polygon areas which can form the boundaries of candidate IMA proposals you may wish to make to the workshop. This area is in the southwest of Kamchatka in Russia, and it's an area which is potentially important for foraging killer whales. So let's make a polygon, an area, a boundary for this area which you could submit. So here you have Google Earth. What I want you to do is you can go up here to add polygon in the tools bar at the top. So if you click that button, you'll come up with a Google Earth new polygon window, which we can now put some information into. So this area in Kamchatka is called the Avacha Gulf, and we're going to call it the Avacha Gulf Candidate IMA. And then you'll find there's a lot of other tabs here. You can add some information, you could put some links, some images, but in this case all we're going to do is we're going to repeat the name of the area. We're also going to add the species which it's being proposed for, and also the criteria which is of interest for the submission, in this case criterion C2 on feeding areas. So when we've actually put this information in here, we can also decide how we actually want to have the lines. So in this case I'm suggesting that you, for your lines, you use a color red for the outline, and for the area, in fact actually you don't want to color the area in, we just want to have it as an outline for the place. So if we now move our cursor into the window where we have the map, you'll see a little crosshair or a little box with 4 tick marks around it. This will allow you to actually draw your area. So if we take this area at the far end of the Gulf and we click a left mouse button, you'll find that we've added 1 dot. We can then continue to click the left mouse button to continue with creating our area. Now the more you click the mouse button in between these places, the more detailed the boundary will get. At this stage, when we're making boundaries for candidate IMAs, you don't need to be too perfect with the area. Most likely the area will be improved later by the IMA Secretariat based on the proposals and the review process, but you can be as detailed as you want. You can even zoom in to really make much more detailed areas if you want to. Again, if we click more often, we'll actually get more detailed boundaries for this polygon. So I'm just going to finish this off very quickly, just roughly for the area which we're interested in. Okay, there we go. And there we are. So we've now got our area here. We've got some information filled in. So all you need to do is click OK, and there you are. You've now got an area, and if you were to click on it, it would actually give you the name and some of the information which we put into that box. So now what we need to do is we need to try and save this so that it could be used by the IMA Secretariat, and as well you could also load it into another GIS program such as QGIS, or into the online Sea-Sketch platform which the IUCN Marine Mammal Protected Areas Task Force has a project with. So here you'll see the area we've just created, and we're now going to save it somewhere. So what I need you to do is to right click on this area and say Save Place As. It'll take you through to a folder. You can give it a name. I've already made this already, but we're going to save over the top of it, the last one I did. And it's going to export it as a KMZ file, which is a type of geospatial file that contains information. Not only does it contain the information for this line, it also contains the information that we added into this box as well. So it's not just a line, it's also this other information. So we're then going to click save, and there we are, we've saved this file. So in the next demo in QGIS, I'll show you how we can actually upload this file, and also later I'll show you how we can use this file to upload for the CSketch platform. So thank you for watching this demo.